back to Fixing with Friends. Today we're continuing along with Project Cyclops. Don't worry, we'll be back to the $300 painting adventure in the next video. But in this one we are moving along so that we can get the wiring done to test to see if our new engine will actually run, and if it doesn't, that way we have enough time to take it back before the warranty expires. Warranty. Yeah, so let's get started with that. Alright, here we have the two wiring harnesses. One on the left is the old one on the right is the new one. As you can probably see, there's a few extra things on the right, but in general they're different. So the job now is to merge them together and see how that goes. So if you take a look, this is the new connector. There are many pins. This is the old connector. There are also many pins, but they're not in the same place. Let's just do this. So, as you can kind of see if you look through, several of the pins are not in the same place, with the new one up top and the old one down below. And who's to say the ones that are in the same place have the same function? We're going to merge the new connectors into the old hookup and then run a separate line for the additional ones. So the first step is going to be to, well, try and identify what all the cords are for. Unfortunately, since I haven't been able to work on it, it's been a while and I forget what most of these were attached to. I did take pictures, so I know what these are attached to, at least. And I know what's fuel injectors and what is, like, these are the fuel injectors. But yeah, it'll be finding out what's what on these two, what's the same, and then pulling off all this plastic covering on both of them, cutting the wires, splicing the wires. Yeah. Then I can put the coating back on, and we have to deal with the wiring on the other side, so in the dash. Alright, remind me to double check that the new injectors actually fit in the old rail before I pull these off. So, these are all for the throttle body, and those match up with these. And this one. The question is, which of these does what? Because I don't remember. Obviously, they only fit certain places. Okay, so these two at least have the same colors, and they are in the same relative position. This one is closer to the root, as is that one. This one, can't really see the color. But it sort of resembles this one. Yeah, I believe they're slightly different colors, but at least they're different. And then these. So this one I know is the crankshaft position sensor. And I don't remember what this one was. Cam position sensor. They both have the same style of clip, which makes it nice and confusing. But those are easy to retain. That's what these two are as well. This I don't recall, but I think it's for the ignition, like the coil. And I believe that's on the other side on this one. Yeah, these two here are the same for these, just on opposite sides of the engine, which isn't an issue. But, let's see, 4 and 4. That's easy to switch. The color scheme is different though. The old ones have a lot more like pinks. Good thing we're replacing that. Just to do a quick close-up so we know where in relation to each other they must route later. So I'll probably reuse this shell arrangement. I believe these two were for the transmission, but I don't remember. Yeah, this one's way down here on this. But on this one, it is up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these both are for the transmission. Funnily enough, they do plug into each other, even though they're for opposite ends. I suspect when we take this off, this will just be free, and I'll have just a circle for some reason. Do with it what I will. This is transmission in, same with, and that's the O2 sensor. And on this one, the transmission line runs basically down through the engine and then back, rather than just straight up like this one does. And yeah, maybe I can use some of these connectors for the bits we're taking out, which would be really nice. Like these, I don't know if I'll repin them or just attach them at the back. I'll see what I can do and see what the cord colors are like. If it's easy enough to repin it, I'll repin it, but that's not always the case. So this one should be the fuel pressure regulator, from what I remember, which sits same over there. Different number of pins though, that'll be one difference we have to deal with later. Maybe. The ECU will probably want it, but whether or not it's actually necessary is a different question, because we're doing the return system like the old one, rather than redoing the entire fuel system, and doing the deadhead sort of style here. We'll see how it works. We may have to adjust things later, but I'll have both ECUs and both, like all the parts from both, so we can play with it as we want. Now I believe this one is a temperature probe. It's in the same place on both engines, but it's a different connector. So, let's see how it deals with that.
Cue the time lapse.
harnesses. I've made a little bit of a map here with the different parts, and I'm going to be posting this online so that if you want to do the same thing with 4.2, you can take a look at that. It's more applicable to the 3.8, but it's going to have a lot in common in the process. If this goes well, it's a good guide. If not, hey, it's there. So, that's the episode. Next time on Project Cyclops, we're going to be giving the engine a run, or trying to start the engine, I should say. We'll see. And on the $300 painting adventure, I don't remember where we left off, but we will continue with that in the next video, and then, you know, if you guys really want to find out whether or not the Mustang starts, we'll get to that in due time. But yes, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.